You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero. When it comes out, zero.
Boom.
Boom.
Man, welcome back, folks. And man, do we have a good one for you tonight? That's for sure. And of course, with me tonight, the man who needs no introduction, the most interesting guy I know. His business card just says, "I'll call you." That's right. Brawnz, how are you tonight?
I'm good. Texan Whale. It is Thursday, the eve before Friday, and we are at an all-time high. Took a little dip, but we're still Man,
Man,
up.
we're up. Yeah, rocking and rolling, that's for sure. Sorry I missed you guys last week. In fact, you probably still hear it a little bit in my voice. Got a little bit of the flu last week, but we're back and we are here to entertain you guys tonight. And of course, anything that we talk about tonight never, ever, ever is financial advice. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Every little bit helps there, folks. Now, tonight, we'll be getting into the Bitcoin chart as per the norm. And we'll be talking about all the interesting news that's coming out of the Ethereum upgrade. I'm looking forward to that one. And will the real Satoshi please stand up? Man, we'll be talking about Craig Wright and whether or not he is the real Satoshi. Some think he may be, some think, well, maybe not so much. And we're going to have a little bit of fun tonight. We'll be wrapping it up and talking about some of the weirdest and bizarre vending machines out there in the world. That should be fun. What do you think?
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too. All right. Well, Brawnz, what do you say we jump right into this? Let's go ahead and pull up the charts as we always start off with. And man, 5 minutes. Let's blow this out. So what we're doing is we're taking a look at the 4-hour Bitcoin chart, the granddaddy of it all. How does that look, Brawnz? Coming in?
Yeah.
Clear, crystal clear.
Looking clear.
You can probably see the
Some
channel
candles
that I drew out there. And as you know, I kind of dabble in that as far as the technicals. It seems like we are in a upward channel. Almost seems like who knows how far we're going to go with this. You think we're going to go ahead and continue on up, or what, Brawnz? Are we going to be having a cool off period?
Yeah, well, honestly, I was thinking that in the beginning of this week we were gonna hit 75. Apparently, it did not. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to predict. But I mean, overall, long term wise, it's gonna go up. Short term, I'm not surprised. I'm wondering if Grayscale did a massive sell off for it to dip down today. So we'll see, but it's just a matter of times. We just gotta wait for the big ETFs like BlackRock to kind of reload and recharge, and so they can go ahead and then pour some more into getting the Bitcoin, and I think we'll break out 75K in a couple of weeks. We'll see.
Well, I mean, you take a look at this, Brawnz. You weren't too far off on your thoughts. You said 75. It hit almost about 74, called 73.9. So you were you were on the right track. And yeah, we saw the dip today. But I mean, realistically, what are we talking about? As far as an overall dip from the high of today, it was down. Well, I don't know. Actually, that's I feel like that's almost 7%. The 7% correction, but from our high of the day. So yeah, I guess it was a bit of a dip. Now we recovered nicely, I think, at the end.
Yes.
Let's see here where we're currently at. We are at just about 3%, maybe 3% from the high of the day. But we stayed within that channel. So I think this is something we'll definitely want to pay attention to. We talk about this in the morning. We talk about some of the technicals, and we talk about RSI levels, right? Relative strength index. And right now on the 4-hour, it's right in where we want it to be. Now, we blow this out, though. If we take a look at the daily.
Shout out to Lance Bishop, by the way, for holding it down on the daily.
Good old Lance. Lance, thanks for joining the team. We certainly appreciate you. If you guys haven't figured out, well, Lance ain't real. But don't tell him that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Lance's avatar we put together when I lost my voice. Had to find a way to keep bringing you the latest updates and news in the morning. So,
I thought Max Headroom was his grandpa.
Man, it may have been. Great. It's kind of different. And avatar lifespan. So take a look here. What do we got? We got RSI level on the daily, still kind of running hot. Call it 72. Now, this is where it gets interesting, though, folks. Take a look at the weekly, man. Now,
It's hot.
you take a look at the lines that we've drawn out. It's clear we hit that resistance, and we're talking about that resistance at the 72. But the RSI, man, it hot. It's smoking. We're talking right now, even with the retracement, we're talking 89.15 for the RSI. Now,
Yeah.
I think a lot of folks are saying, well, or a lot of folks have been asking kind of, well, how are you guys taking a look to identify where the movement's going? And that's where this lazy bear indicator comes in, right? That's the Eller's stochastic CG oscillator indicator. Man, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
You take a look here, when you put it in at the weekly, you'll see that it's almost peaking at a potential kind of reversal. Now, you start to pull this in a little bit closer, you'll see how this aligns with the momentum of the chart and how we're currently in a potential downtrend. And if we go into the 4 hour, you're seeing in the short term, as we start to get tighter on these time frames, in the short term, this could be a potential for a reversal back up. So, we going to the moon, Brawnz?
Yes, sir. We're going to the moon. It makes me think. Okay, when the RSI is running hot, is it because of the institutions, going by like 800 to a billion a day, and grabbing some Bitcoin? I feel like that it's correlated. So if it's hot, it's like, okay, well, it's hot because the big money is pouring money by the day and grabbing some Bitcoin.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's important to understand, to Brawn's points here, indicators are important. They are, to a point. But understand, folks, that this time is different. We're seeing levels of institution purchasing that we've never seen before. This is not your big influencer or your whale. These are not whales we're talking about. I don't know what the Leviathan is. That larger than the Kraken? I don't know. I feel like these things are absolute monsters. Now, when you take a look at, I'm going to pull up the inflows here. Take a look at the inflows the past 2 days. Now, this was on the 12th. The inflow here, man, over 1,000 Bitcoin. Now, Grayscale itself was that was very small for the day. But even yesterday, even including the 276 Bitcoin that was sold by Grayscale, we got 683 on the intake or the inflow, offsetting, right? So technically, we really bought, the ETFs bought 800 plus, almost 900 plus Bitcoin. Massive, right? When miners these days are only able to output 200 plus. These guys are absolutely creating a supply shock. And is this thing going to the moon? Damn right it's going to the moon. It's going beyond. And there's nothing that these indicators bite my tongue, but I'm going to say worth a damn these days, because I just don't feel like it's giving us the entire picture, which is why it's important to make sure you're including a lot more of what's going on in the space these days than just the indicators. So just my 2 cents there, Brawnz. Man.
Yeah, it's exciting. And I'm thinking, like, what? There's really no stopping. I'm thinking more institutions are getting in on this, like JP Morgan. What do you call it? BlackRock is opening up another ETF, requesting an ETF for like its global assets that will include Bitcoin. Yeah, it's just massive. I feel like it's not even. I don't feel the excitement yet as compared as when it first had the all-time high last time. a couple years back at 69, yeah, 69K. I just don't. I'm not sure why I'm not feeling it yet. Because maybe it's the retail is not really FOMOing in yet. It's really because of the big institutions. But I think like if the retailers are I feel like when it hits 100K, that's when like the whole like people are gonna be calling me, my aunt, uncle, like, hey, what's this Bitcoin all about? And when you hear about that, that's when it's you kind of got to be a little worried a little bit when the 90%ers are on this.
Well, yeah, I think, all right, FOMO, right? That's what we're talking about here. Ultimately, fear of missing out on the next best thing. I was talking to guys at work today, and these are guys that have been in the space for a while, and they're just not they're not feeling it. Now, I think it's important to take a look at something here when you're taking a look at all trends. So this is Google Trends, and this is the times that a particular word is searched upon and a particular interest in that. And yeah, all right, we're high right now, or at least we were last month, but we've dipped almost dramatic fashion. So what is that about? You would think the way that the price action is moving, folks would be jumping in, trying to, well, get in at a good price. Now, I think, in my opinion, 36 days out, we got the Bitcoin halving. What I would imagine is most folks are waiting for a retrace, at least the ones that are in the space and know what's going on. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, there's certain points on that. Like I said, like when it reached to all-time high, like if it reached to 75, like 100K is face melting. That's when I feel like that's when it's everyone's gonna get really, really excited and everyone's gonna be running into it. But at that point, does retail even matter anymore? With the ginormous, the big Krakens are gonna be controlling the price eventually. I mean, they're already controlling the price now, right? So I mean, if people are selling it off, the retails, I feel like it's not going to even really matter. The price is going to like just go down just a little bit. And then the big old whales, the Krakens are just going to continue just pouring money into it. And the supply shock, I mean, we are almost like 90% left, like already with the Bitcoin supply. So yeah, before when I like a couple years back, it was hard to conceptualize that Bitcoin will hit 1 million. Uh, yeah, to me that is that can happen. I believe that really. To when, I'm not sure, but definitely I could see Bitcoin going to 1 million, and it's just got to hodl, man. It's like a generational wealth. You hold on to it, pass it down to to your kids, to your grandkids. Not financial advice, but it's definitely a vehicle to hedge on inflation, definitely, because inflation is coming. I mean, it is here, and it's going to get even more.
Well, it's not a fad, right? This isn't what do they call those pogs? This isn't just some passing trend or fad. I feel like absolutely this is something you're going to want to hodl. Now, getting back to your initial points, I feel like you say, well, this is something now that retail can impact. I got one person that would probably disagree with that statement, right? That's Roaring Kitty on Reddit, right? He was the one that kind of set off GameStop and getting involved and getting folks to jump in on a particular trend or asset. In this case, Bitcoin. Can the retail make a difference? I'll tell you what, we've seen it done before in the stock market. It can be done here. There is no doubt about it. If we all came together and had a particular focus in mind, yeah, we can move mountains together. That's for damn sure. So retail's not out of the game. That's my take on it. We just got to rally the troops.
There you go. Fair enough.
Boom. Drop the mic. There we go. All right. Well, Brawnz, what do you say we get into the news? There it is.
Let's
Drop
get
the
to
mic.
it.
All right. Getting to it. Let's go ahead and pull up. We're going to pull up the news that's going in on Ethereum. Denkin upgrade. Am I pronouncing that right? Probably not. Upgrade goes live on Ethereum mainnets. Now, this is brought to you by the folks over at Cointelegraph, no affiliation. And this is one of the biggest upgrades that they've come out in recent times, or at least I've actually even seen in Twitter. I wonder, I haven't seen much of anything going on, at least being broadcasted so heavily in the social media space. Now, the big news with this upgrade is that, as they're indicating here, it should lower transaction costs on L2 solutions. Now, we were kind of talking about this a little bit before we started today, and Brawnz, you're right. Gas is high. Well, how come we're not feeling it? Well, yeah, because it's basically lowering transaction costs in L2 solutions, not in that L1 layer. Wah, wah, wah. I hope you guys are paying attention out there. Understand that gas fees will remain high, at least in the near term, for Ethereum. I don't know.
Yeah. I was trying to sell some NFTs this week. There was one particular NFT that was going for like 400. I was trying to make a quick sell, and the fee to sell it is 123. And I was just like, well, what about the Denkun upgrade? And yeah, I was disappointed because because it's on Ethereum and it's not on an L2. I'm like, oh man, I was thinking that I was just waiting, right? So I guess I didn't do enough research, and it was only going to benefit the L2s. I mean, and that's good. That's a good win for the L2s, like, you know, for the polygons and the optimisms. But unfortunately, my NFT is straight up on the Ethereum platform, and I'm like, dang, I wish it was low. And I mean, we're pretty much in the bull, and I remember the last time it was hard to move stuff during the last bull run in Ethereum. It was just super, super expensive. Even like if you waited in the wee hours in the morning or on the low time. I mean, I look at the heat map, when's the best time, and it's just low. And you know, I waited too long because the GUI was like around, I don't know, the lowest one was like 20, and this was like last month or so, and now it's like 70.
There it is.
4, and I'm like, oh gosh.
Yep, even sit right here. It says here, gas fees on Ethereum mainnet remain high above 72. Now, I think we all agree, especially if you've been in this space for a while, man, that was absolutely brutal trying to do anything. Now, I feel like to everyone's point, though, I feel like during those times, yes, Ethereum gas fees were astronomical, but man, we were making money. We were making a lot of money during those times, right? Bitcoin had tapered off, which is what we expect in the next run. Bitcoin will go ahead and hit levels that we haven't seen. It is going to taper off. Interest will be lost for a little bit, and then the focus will be on the alts. And of course, that includes Ethereum. So I'm looking forward to that. What are your picks? You got any? Give me one. Get the folks out there one of your top picks there, brother.
For what, NFTs or
anything that is not Bitcoin, not financial advice, folks.
I'm looking into this one project. It's called Nimble. It's part of like a decentralized AI where you share the resources for all these, you know, like AI computing power. They did a pre-sale already, and to get you know, more Nimble, if you missed out, you have to mine these tokens. So, and it's funny because I'm big on also on Say, uh, and they are partnering up. So it's just like, wow, this is such a coincidence, or the synchronicity of like, I'm bullish on Say, and I was bullish on, or I am still bullish on this project called Nimble because it's part of this AI ecosystem, and I'm like, okay, this is good. So yeah, check out Say, that's SEI, and Nimble. Uh, I believe it has a ton of upside, and yeah, them partnering up, yeah, the sky's the limit. So we'll see.
There it is. You heard it here first, folks. Say SEI. Is that right?
Hmm.
Check it out. For me, I feel like with everything that's going on with Ethereum and the focus on the potential ETF, I love anything that is blockchain. And I'm taking a look at Phantom now.
Mm.
Not quite in it just yet, but got to check it out. At the very least, do your own research, folks. Check it out. FTM. I feel like it is going to rhyme with the flows of Ethereum, and there's going to be some focus on anything that is Ethereum like moving forward.
Mm.
So that's all I got to say about that. Man, let's
Yeah.
let's move right along here, Bronze.
Yeah. Shout out to the viewers.
Shout out to the viewers. Thank you for tuning in. So maybe one of you guys out there is the real Satoshi. Will the real Satoshi please stand up? Oh man. I tell you what, I feel like if you are going to claim you are Satoshi, you better back that up. And I don't know. I don't know if our friend did this. Of course, I'm talking about this guy right here. Yeah, I don't know.
Poser.
Is he? I don't know. Craig writes, now there was a recent ruling that he is not the Bitcoin investor. Sorry, the inventor. My apologies, Satoshi. Now, the judge overseeing this legal battle indicated that he is not the rightful inventor of this. I don't know. I feel like they're indicating the evidence is overwhelming. If you guys have been paying attention to this, I think it's tough to kind of identify this one way or the other. Now, if it isn't Craig Wright, Brawnz, who do you think it is?
I really have no idea.
Oh.
But this guy is a poser. I mean, for 8 years, he was claiming that he was the Satoshi, and he tried to pull that, and supposedly tried to bully the open source community, of Bitcoin, and basically now he lost, and now it's proven that he's a poser, a scammer, or whatever. But yeah, so speaking of the open source community of Bitcoin, it's growing. There's a thing going on over there. I mean, of course, it's not efficient. There's other projects, right? Other L1 layers that is more efficient, but Bitcoin is the true decentralized. And you have all these projects, these NFTs are coming onto Bitcoin, and these ordinals NFTs. I got me a Node Frog on the cheap, and hopefully it'll moon. I mean, I'm gonna hold it for a little while, but yeah. So that is the thing right now. That is the trend. Things are happening on the Bitcoin chain. Yeah, people are creating markets on that. But I believe this guy Craig Wright was trying to some fashion to leverage that he is the guy. But I'm glad that the judge in Australia proved that he is not Satoshi.
Well, there it is. Now, have you heard about this one then? Have you heard about the potential that it's actually a known individual, a very known individual at the technology space? Have you heard the fact that it could be Steve Jobs?
Okay, that reminds me. Yeah, we had that
We
PDF,
talked
right?
about this, man. I tell you what, let me pull this up here, folks. Probably like, what
Man.
the hell is Texan Whale talking about? Now, I don't know how we missed this last year, but there was an individual. Check this guy out, Josh D on X. He brought up a image capture device on Mac, and well, guess what it has? It has the white paper for Bitcoin. Now, you do this on any Mac and you will find the white paper embedded. Apple's been doing this for a few years now. And it seems very strange that Satoshi, as it says right here, disappeared December 2010 and Jobs passed on, well, less than a year later. So
Let me ask
that's
you, John.
bizarre.
I know you own. I know you own a Mac. Did you try looking
It's there.
for that? It's
Absolutely.
there.
It's so bizarre.
That is
Like, why
weird.
would Apple do that? Why would Apple do that? I feel like, okay,
Wow.
maybe it is a homage to Steve Jobs. Maybe they know something we don't. Or maybe in the very near future, we may see a lot of crypto integration and they're just trying to tell us something. I don't know. You know, conspiracy
When did?
theories.
Yeah, I know. I hate those. I used to love those when I was young, but conspiracy theories is ridiculous. But when did this? Like, when did they find the hidden documents in the
They
Mac?
started talking about this last year.
Oh, last year. Okay.
Okay,
But
now I feel like, especially last year, there wasn't a whole heck of a lot to talk about. I mean, we did start to see the rebound off of bottom, right? And that was definitely welcomed. But how did we miss this? I don't know. I feel like it was almost suppressed, but I could be wrong, of
yeah,
course.
I need to find out when this PDF document was in. Like, how far back was it? Back around the time of 2011. Now that's gonna be freaky if there's a white paper back in 2011 in the Mac OS. Yeah, I need to dig more into this because it's very interesting. I mean, now, like in the past, maybe a couple years, yeah, that's okay. I mean, it's still kind of bizarre in the first place, but I really want to know how far that white paper goes back in the OS. I mean, it's
Yeah.
certainly like
Well,
it's more interesting than solitaire on Microsoft.
do your research, folks. Make sure you get out there, take a look. Don't listen to two knuckleheads on the screen here. Now, of course, we're pulling everything also from the internet, and yeah. But now, to be fair, I was able to identify that on my Mac. If you have a Mac at home, check it out. Look for it. I bet you'll find it. So, man, there it is. Steve
There it is.
Jobs, the real Satoshi. I guess
Wow.
we'll never know. Yeah. So, all right, Sprawn. We talked about a lot. We talked about what was going on with Bitcoin. If any of you guys are interested in checking out some daily information on where Bitcoin is going, we do now have our morning, daily updates. So we get those out there, and again, that is
Lance Bishop.
Lance Bishop, yeah, brainchild of the
Brainchild.
BRB team, and yeah, he's doing a great job. So keep it up there, Lance. And if you just joined in, well, then you won't know much more about Lance. Check it out down below. We'll go ahead and post some links and get you in tuned if you guys want to know where Bitcoin movement is headed on the daily. Let's what do you say we have a little bit of fun here?
Let's go.
Bronze, like we do. So if you guys are not aware, we try to incorporate a little bit of what they call evergreen, right? Things that age well. Everything we do in this space doesn't age well. Information that we post on Bitcoin today, well, is kind of invalidated tomorrow. It just moves so quick. That's just the speed of the space. Evergreen content, however, well, a lot of that stuff lasts a long time. So, what are we talking about here tonight, Brawnz.
The 10 most weirdest vending machine
That's right,
Wor-
folks. The world's
world.
most interesting and bizarre vending machine in the world. Yes.
Yes.
Now, we tried to have a little bit of fun with this, and maybe next time we do a little bit of trivia with a little bit of, well, I don't know. What do you say, Braun?
Oh, trivia. Oh man.
Trivia, win, lose. There's got to be something, though. What did
We
we
can
do
do-
a few weeks ago? We did a what are those ghost
We-
chips? Single
Oh,
chip
yeah.
challenge, one chip
Yes.
challenge.
Yeah. I didn't
Well, we're
like
not doing
that.
that tonight here, folks. No, you didn't like
Oh,
that,
man.
but because
Here we go.
Braun wasn't doing too well at that. But
Yeah.
maybe next time's your lucky time. We'll get you a
Feel
case of those. Ship them your
No.
way.
Yeah. Doritos,
Oh.
please.
Doritos. All right. Well, world's most interesting and bizarre vending machine. Here we go, folks. Vending machine number 1, Brawnz. You got the first 5. I got the last 5. What do we got
Okay.
here?
All right. Pizza, not cold pizza here, folks. This vending machine serves you hot pizza 24 hours a day.
Mm. Good old
Imagine that.
pizza. I wonder how good this is. Let's see what this is all
You ever been hungry in the middle of the night but everything's closed? I've been there, done that. If you live in Atlanta, you're in luck. There's this thing called a pizza forno, which is essentially a pizza vending machine that's open 24 hours a day. I honestly never knew about this until I watched a viral TikTok video. This is absolutely crazy. So you pull yourself up to this pizza ATM machine, pick what type of pizza you want, pick if you want it hot or cold. I don't know why you'd get it cold. You finalize your order and then it starts making your pizza in that machine. After about 7 minutes flat, our barbecue chicken pizza was ready.
Oh,
Best looking pizza,
looks like shit. It's not even cut, bro. There's some really good barbecue chicken pizza coming out of a machine. Best invention on earth.
that's good. I think I'm more impressed with the concept than I am of the actual pizza. But for a pizza made by a robot, pretty damn good, man.
Yeah.
There you
Not
go.
cut. Fail.
I mean, who's gonna cut it?
I don't know. The
I mean-
machine, you would think that if you're going to make a vending machine that makes you pizza, hot pizza, they would incorporate a way to cut it.
To cut it. I think that's asking a bit too much. But I
Oh,
mean,
my
we're on
Lord.
we're on our way. We're on our way for some freshly sliced pizza. But yeah, that looked pretty good to me, man. Texan Whale, I love pizza. I can't get enough of pizza.
Oh.
I would eat pizza every day, actually.
I've
I almost
seen you eat
did.
pizza every day for almost a month. What are you talking about? But come on, now let's be real. If Elon Musk is trying to send guys to the Mars, we can't have a vending machine that serves hot pizza and cuts it. Come on now.
It's on its way. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
It's,
It's a good start. It's a good start.
Forno pizza Forno 2.0.
2.0.
Yeah, that sounds
well,
weird.
maybe we'll Bronze Pizza 1.0.
Oh,
There we go.
ding.
Ding. Vending machine number
All right.
2.
Yes, this is weird. Cake in a can. Yep, you read that right. Cake in a can. Lonely on your birthday? Need a pick me up? No problem. Get cake in a can from this vending machine. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm thinking maybe like the preservation purpose for it to be in a can, right? Because
Well, sure. I mean, less that someone needs to go in and replace these. That's for sure. You know, right? They can sit there. It probably has an expiration date, but maybe they're going in there every 6 months versus some of the ones that I put up there, and certainly not like your pizza. So, cake in a can. Let's see what this is all about. What's this guy wearing? That's a little strange. Oh no. Oh, well,
can't
that's a
go
fail, and that's that's what we get for doing it live. Well, guess what, folks? Basically, guy just eats the cat face guy. He just kind of
yeah, he just opens
Decided-
up a can of cake.
good old
Yeah.
cake in a can.
Yeah.
It's kind of like pizza in a cup. If you ever had that, and if you know what I'm talking about, you're old.
Yeah, we'll leave the audience imagination to that. Yeah, think of it as a Coke can, not Coke soda in there. It's cake, and I think you get a fork or a spoon or something, and enjoy that lovely cake in a can.
There it is.
So, Yeah.
All right. Vending machine number three.
A date. This isn't bizarre at all. Need a date? Lonely? Just stop by the vending machine. No cheesy pickup lines necessary.
Okay, wait. Not a date that you eat, not a fruit. This is a physical person.
Yeah. And the vending machine.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, let's
check
see
it out.
here. I'm gonna click this once to make sure. Hold on now.
Vending machine in Japan is in a sketchy alley. You can choose someone to date based on their stats for only 1,000 yen. I chose a 72-year-old Japanese man. After getting the number, I gave him a call, but he rejected me.
Well, poor guy. I think.
Wow.
Yeah,
What,
it's a little-
can you get a refund? I don't know how much 1,000. What was
Well,
that? Yen?
when you go out on a date, you're not getting a refund. I suppose you're taking your chances, aren't you?
Yeah, but he didn't even. That's to initialize to get a date.
Well, I think you're probably, if you're going to call someone, maybe the assumption is that they are for the opposite sex. Now, I would say
it's
the majority, right? But
right.
maybe what they need to do is color code these things or have some kind of icon or indicator of particular preferences.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I think it had stats, but no pictures. He chose the 72-year-old man. Oh man, the testing. Yeah, he should have picked something more younger.
Need a date? Go to Japan. Oh wait, you probably get one right around the corner wherever you're from.
You don't need to go to vending machines. You can just.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's sad. All right, moving on. Vending machine number 4.
All right, bugs. Just when you thought it couldn't get any weirder, bugs. Yep. Not much more to say about this one. Yeah, so you can go to a vending machine and order bugs. I don't know. I don't think they're alive, right? So,
I don't know. Let's find out. Because behind this alley, I found one of the what?
Behind this alley, I found one of the weirdest Japanese vending machines. This is not just any regular vending machine, but a vending machine that sells exotic insects. From zebra tarantulas to weird worms and grasshopper drinks. Prices range from 500 to 3,000 yen. They even got insect ramen. I was super curious, so I decided to get one. And this is what it looks inside.
Yeah, okay. I agree. What? No. Bugs, dehydrated. Yummy. Just add water. I don't know. Yeah.
So yeah, you eat these bugs. I mean, but yeah, they had beetles in there and grasshoppers.
Well, protein.
Yeah, I see
rather have, beef jerky, but I guess bugs. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like crunchy stuff. I see maybe there's seasoning there. There's salt. So I mean, if you just kind of like close your eyes and think of it as like corn nuts, maybe. You'll be all right. But I mean,
yeah, or you could just buy corn nuts. So, just say it. All right, number 5 here, Brawnz.
All right, cash is king, and why not spend a little to make a little more at this vending machine? You can test your skills and make some extra loot. Basically, it's kind of like a slot machine or casino.
Well, yeah, it's one of those claws, right? It's test your skills and try to get a little bit more. Well, let's see what this is all about.
Let's see what I can win from the cash claw machine.
Winner chicken dinner, huh? Now, $20 on the outside, even if it was only $2 and the rest of this is, well, I don't know. You're still coming out ahead.
Heck yeah. Man. Oh man, that's exciting. I didn't see the entirety because I thought like they weren't going to win. So yeah, that was my natural reaction. I'm glad that person won that. But yeah, I was thinking like, oh, it would be disappointing if it was just a bunch of dollar bills or a bunch of paper in between that $20. But like you said, he is on top. He made profit.
We assume he did, right? Because that doesn't necessarily mean that was his first take. But
That's true. That's true.
all right, we'll make the assumption winner to this guy. Yeah, cash. That is a weird one. Now I feel like moving along here, while cash may be king, gold is for the gods. And yeah, you got that itch? Come on now. No need for that Midas touch. Just stop by one of these bad boys, and you get all the gold you want, assuming you have, I suppose, the cash. Let's check this out. Oh no. Well, never mind. You'll never see that. We'll go ahead and send you a link down below. I suppose we should be testing these before we get this going. My apologies there, folks, but let's move right along. I feel like cash, gold. Why did I stop there? For some of the finer things in life. How about caviar? Yeah, that's right.
Caviar. Wow.
Think you can't get the finer life out of a vending machine? Well, you guessed wrong. Let's see what this is all about.
Hey everybody, I'm doing some solo travel all across the country of Japan right now, and I'm sure that you guys have heard that there are millions of vending machines here. Well, here's a super unique one. This one sells caviar, among other fish products, and nuts for some reason. Follow for more, guys.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of nuts they sell out of that. But I feel like you got to be a little bit crazy, a little bit nuts to actually buy caviar out of a vending machine. One would wonder what type of quality you get out of these things.
Man, this dude should have showed like the actual product. He didn't. He just showed the vending machine. He didn't buy.
My concern here is to get a YouTube short. There are plenty of videos out there that really get into the depth of these things. We got one at the end for you. We'll save that one for last. Vending machine number 8. Man, draft beer. Now, plenty of vending machines out there that actually dispense just regular beer. Now, certainly not in the U.S., but what about a draft beer? I feel like that's something that we need here in Texas. That's for sure. We got drive-through daiquiri.
Yeah.
But
how'd that work?
We got drive-through bars. But I can't get a draft beer out of a vending machine.
Most countries in Europe often sell beer in their regular beverage vending machines, and they are also, of course, common in Japan. But their widespread presence there is more recent than in countries like Germany and Belgium, where it's long been considered quite normal to find beers dispensed alongside Coca-Cola. It all comes down to the general attitude towards alcohol in a country and the level of hysteria that surrounds its use. In an attempt to curb underage drinking, the machines that exist in Japan were eventually equipped with scanners to verify the purchaser's ID, and it may have actually worked. Following the changes, the alcohol sales from some vending machines dropped by 50%.
Wait a second. I thought everyone in Japan would obey laws and did the right thing.
Yeah, I thought they're the honest folks.
Are they saying
Crime is
that
low.
that kids were trying to get beer out of vending machines?
Yeah, and I'm wondering, with the age, minimum age or to order beer in Japan. I mean, is it 21 like here in the States, or is it younger?
Well, let's find out. Age in Japan to drink is, boom, thank you, Google, 20.
Oh, see?
Not 21, it's 20.
20.
Now, at least when I was a kid, we used to go up to Canada. You used to be able to drink at 18.
Yes.
Now, to be fair, when I was a kid, we also went down to Mexico. And Tijuana, well, I don't think there was a drinking age. I feel like I saw little kids drinking down there. But that's just, hey, it all depends on the country. It all depends on their rules.
Yep.
So, 20.
Wow.
For Japan.
What do you think about that foam ratio, though? Like one of them, it was like half the cup.
Man, I tell you what, nothing like a little bit of head to your beer. So, all right. Moving right along here, folks. Vending machine number 9. lobster. That's right. Now you had one of these, and I felt like I would try to stay in the same vein of that, which is you had that claw machine for.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. How about a chance to win a lobster for $2?
Poor lobster.
We were in search of the cheapest lobster dinner in the city of Las Vegas, and this took us to the Lobster Zone located inside Mickey Finn's on the Fremont Street Experience. You literally have two for $2. You can try to drop the claw and win your very own lobster dinner. Yes, if you catch this, they will take it in the back and cook you a delicious snack. We had just a short amount of time. Can we do it? We're so close. We're so close. No, we absolutely sucked at this game.
Yeah. I love the music in the background, though. That was B-52's Rock Lobster. Rock Lobster.
Oh, man. That would be a vending machine I would be willing to try.
$2.
$2 for a lobster.
Make your way out to Vegas. Only
Right.
a drive away from where we're at. Well, we got to drive across Texas, so that's what, 14 hours? Yeah. No, I swear to God, folks, where we're at in Houston to get across Texas is 14 hours. And that's without traffic. So Texas is big, folks. We're larger than Spain. All right. Moving right along.
There you go.
Vending machine number 10. Yeah, we're sticking in the same vein of things of the lobsters. How about live crabs?
Live crabs. Okay.
Live
yeah.
crabs. Yeah.
Yeah. This looks like a mall and or a subway station.
Subway station. Yeah, they've got a lot of those in Japan, and we got a lot of them here in the States as well. Live crabs. Let's see what this is all about.
A new vending machine in the subway station in Nanjing, China is quickly becoming known for the unusual product it dispenses. Inside the glass, a delicacy that may be a bit exotic for American tastes, but one that's popular in this part of China, live crabs. The owner of the company that created the crab vending machine says he's seen a lot of other machines selling sodas and snacks, but he thought crab could also be sold this way. He set out to design what he claims is the first of its kind. He says he thinks the crab vending machine is a cool thing. She says it's more convenient. Normally people have to drive a long way to buy these types of crabs. The crabs are kept at about 41 degrees Fahrenheit, which makes them sleepy but keeps them alive. They cost about $2 to $7, depending on size. The owner of the crab company says one of the secrets of his success is the packaging that holds the crabs in the machine. He calls it the Golden Armor Package and says his company holds 2 patents on it. So far, there are 2 crab vending machines operating. They were put in place in early October and each sells about 200 crabs a day. The company's owner hopes to expand his business to Shanghai and Beijing by next year. Matt Friedman, The Associated Press.
That is weird. That is.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we apologize, folks out there, if you're sensitive to these sort of things. And don't tell PETA. But you may have to go all the way to China. Yeah.
Oh man, they almost look like alien eggs. The movie Alien, and I mean, imagine the front rows, the first couple of rows, are still alive. But what about the one in the back?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question. All I know is don't mention aliens in front of Lance. So. All right, Brawnz. And if you get that, well, you got to tune in every morning.
Every morning.
Check out good old Lance Bishop, and get your daily dose of Bitcoin updates. So, Brawnz, anything for these fine folks out there? Any last words?
No, I'm still thrown off of that crab one. Oh man. Sorry.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, and I don't blame you. I feel like that's a little bit bizarre, and that's the point of these. So I will say this, folks. With all of the strange vending machines out there, just like all the strange projects that you got out there, you want to make sure that you're doing your own research, making sure that you're putting your money in the right type of investments. Maybe you want to go ahead and spend some on a game to potentially win a lobster. Maybe the project that you invest in is more like the crab, which is guaranteed. But make sure overall you're paying attention, doing your own research, and, well, try to enjoy yourself. And, folks, don't forget from time to time, if you're up, especially in this market, don't forget to take some profits. That's all I got to say about that. All right, Brawnz.
All right.
Well, man, it's been real. Folks,
Yes, sir.
we appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll be right back. We'll see you next time.